Mom's friend lied that I got her pregnant. My parents disowned me. Now the truth's out. Alright, so here's something I never thought I'd be writing about, but after everything that's happened, I need to get it off my chest. My life got turned completely upside down over something I didn't even do. I know people say you can't make this stuff up, but trust me, if I hadn't lived through it myself, I wouldn't believe it either. It all started about a year and a half ago. My mom has this close friend, Linda. They've known each other since college and have always been super tight, like sisters. Linda was at our house all the time, always chatting with my mom over coffee or helping her with stuff around the house. I never thought much of it. She was just Mom's friend, someone I said hello to when I passed through the kitchen. Linda's in her early 40s, divorced, kind of dramatic, but mostly harmless. Or so I thought. She used to joke with my mom about how she was too young to be single and how men her age were all boring. Sometimes she'd joke with me too, like, "You're growing up into a handsome man. Your poor mom's going to have to fight off the girls." I just laugh awkwardly and move on. Then one day, everything changed. Out of nowhere, Linda tells my mom she's pregnant. My mom's surprised but happy for her. Until Linda drops the bomb. She says I'm the father. Yeah, me, a 23-year-old guy being accused of getting my mom's 43-year-old best friend pregnant. I remember the night my mom confronted me about it like it was yesterday. I walked in from work and she was sitting at the kitchen table, pale as a ghost, clutching a cup of coffee. My dad was standing in the corner, his arms crossed. My mom's voice was shaking when she said, "Is there something you need to tell us about you and Linda?" At first, I thought she was joking. I laughed, but when I saw her face, I realized she was dead serious. "What are you talking about?" I asked. Then she told me. Linda had said I'd been seeing her secretly and that I was the father of her baby. I felt like my brain exploded. I couldn't even process it. "Mom, that's insane," I said. "I've never even been alone with her." But it didn't matter. My parents weren't listening. They kept asking me the same questions over and over. "Are you sure nothing happened? Did you drink one night and forget?" It was humiliating. I told them 1,000 times that nothing ever happens between me and Linda. But once that seed of doubt was planted, it was like the truth didn't matter. Over the next few days, things spiraled fast. My parents were furious and disappointed. My dad wouldn't even look at me. My mom cried constantly, saying she couldn't believe I'd betrayed her trust. I tried to get Linda to talk to me directly, to explain why she was lying, but she wouldn't. She refused to meet me or even text back. Instead, she doubled down. She told my parents that I'd begged her to keep it quiet and that now she couldn't hide it anymore. I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe she was having some kind of mental breakdown or something because her lies didn't even make sense.
When I suggested a paternity test, she flat out refused, said it would stress the baby and wasn't necessary because she knew. That right there told me everything I needed to know. She was lying. But my parents didn't see it that way. They said I was dodging responsibility. A week later, they told me to move out. I packed my stuff and left. Just like that, my own parents, people I loved more than anyone, believed a total fabrication over their own son. I can't even describe how that felt. It wasn't just betrayal, it was like losing my entire foundation overnight. For months, I was on my own. I crashed on a friend's couch, picked up extra shifts at work, tried to distract myself, but every night I lay awake thinking, how could my mom believe her? Meanwhile, Linda kept the story going. She told everyone in our church that I'd gotten her pregnant and abandoned her. She even hinted that my parents had taken her in emotionally because she was the victim. People started whispering about me. I lost friends over it. When the baby was born, I saw pictures online. My mom was holding the baby, smiling like a proud grandma. That broke me. I hadn't spoken to my parents in almost 6 months at that point. But seeing that photo made me feel like I'd never get them back. I decided I couldn't just sit by anymore. I saved up and hired a lawyer to get a court-ordered paternity test. It took a while, Linda fought it tooth and nail, but eventually the court mandated it. When the results came in, I'll never forget that moment. 0% chance of paternity.
I wasn't the father. I knew it all along, but finally, I had proof. I sent the test results to my parents. I didn't even include a message, just attached the PDF and hit send. Within an hour, my phone blew up. My mom was calling nonstop. My dad texted saying, "Son, we need to talk." I ignored them both. After everything they put me through, I couldn't just flip a switch and pretend everything was fine. A week later, they showed up at my apartment. I didn't let them in. They stood outside, crying, apologizing, saying they didn't know who to believe and that they were sorry for doubting me. My mom said Linda had confessed that the real father was some guy she'd met online and that she only said it was me because she panicked. Panicked. That word still makes me angry. She destroyed my relationship with my parents, ruined my reputation, and cost me nearly a year of my life. But sure, she panicked. I wanted to forgive my parents, but every time I looked at them, all I could see was how quickly they threw me away. They said they were ashamed of how they handled it, but the damage was already done. And then things got worse. About 2 months later, Linda started spreading rumors again, this time saying I'd paid off the lab to fake the results. She told people I was rich enough to make things disappear, which is hilarious because I was barely affording rent at the time. But the gossip spread fast, and soon I was getting side-eyed everywhere I went. That was the last straw. I filed a defamation claim against her with my lawyer's help. It didn't go far since she didn't have any money, but the threat alone scared her enough to finally stop talking about me. As for my parents, they tried everything to fix things. My dad offered me money, my mom begged me to come to dinner, they sent apology letters, even had family friends call me to mediate. But I couldn't do it, not yet. You don't just rebuild trust like that overnight. When someone believes a lie about you, especially something that serious, it changes how you see them. I kept thinking, what if something else happens in the future? Would they turn on me again? So I kept my distance. For almost a year, I barely spoke to them. It was lonely sometimes, sure. Holidays sucked. But I finally had peace. No drama, no manipulation, no one questioning my character. Then, about 6 months ago, my mom called and left a voicemail. I almost deleted it without listening, but something made me hit play. Her voice was shaky. She said Linda had moved away, apparently checked into some kind of mental health facility, and that she'd admitted to making the whole story up. My mom said she'd finally realized how wrong she'd been, and that she didn't expect forgiveness. She just wanted me to know the truth was fully out.
That voicemail hit hard. For the first time in a long time, I cried, not out of anger, but relief. Since then, I've started talking to my parents again, slowly. It's awkward sometimes. The love's still there, but so is the scar. We're rebuilding, brick by brick. My mom's trying. She's in therapy now, working through her guilt. My dad's quieter about it, but I can tell he's ashamed. He won't say it out loud, but sometimes he just looks at me like he's afraid I'll disappear again. As for Linda, I haven't seen her since. I don't want to. I don't think I ever could. What she did wasn't just a lie. It was a bomb dropped in the middle of my life that destroyed everything in its radius. Looking back, I've learned a few things the hard way. Family isn't about blood. It's about trust. Once that's gone, it takes everything to rebuild it. And sometimes, no matter how much you love someone, you have to walk away to protect yourself. I don't know if things will ever be completely normal again with my parents, but I'm at peace with where we are. The truth's out. I've got my life back. And for the first time in a long time, I can breathe again without wondering who's whispering behind my back. So yeah, mom's friend lied that I got her pregnant. My parents disowned me. Now the truth's out.
It's been one hell of a ride. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. The truth always comes out, no matter how deep someone tries to bury it.